This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So last class we discussed about a database function, text function. Have you practiced? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Why so sleepy, Oda?
No, ma'am.
Then tired? But mom. Okay. So we'll start up with mathematical function today. First function we have ABS. That is, it returns the absolute number. Okay. That is number without its sign. So absolute function has got one argument, that is number. Are you able to see here? One is ABS function. It has got one argument. So what is this function going to do? It's going to return the absolute value, that is number without its sign. Now if I enter, I have salary. I'm having commission here. One person is getting salary 5,000. This person is getting commission 2,000. So if I use equal to A2 minus B2, if I subtract this value, it's going to show you the output. Okay. So in this case, one employee is getting his commission more than his salary, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
In this column, I am subtracting salary and commission value. Sal minus commission. So equal to A2 minus B2. Here it is showing you negative value, right? I don't want negative value to be displayed. What I'm going to do is I'll use absolute function. ABS, open the bracket, then mention the cell reference. Now using fill hand, if you drag it, so it's going to show you the value, that is value without its sign. It should not show me negative value. It has to show me positive value. Is that clear?
Mom,
Yes
could
or
you
no?
show it again?
See, I'll give you one more simple example. Equal to 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7 is, what is the value it's going to return?
-2.
Minus 2. I don't want output to be displayed as minus 2. So what I'll do, I'll use absolute function. ABS, open the bracket, then you mention 5 minus 7. So since you are using absolute value function, it's going to return the value without its sign. So it's going to return a positive value.
Okay,
Is
mom.
that clear? Clear?
Ma'am, can you tell it once
Is it
again?
clear? You want me to repeat? You want me to
Yes, ma'am.
repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I type 5 minus 7, all this formula should commence with an equal sign. If I type 5 minus 7, it's going to return minus 2. But I want my output to be displayed as a positive value. So what I'll do, I'll type equals absolute function. So absolute function, what it does, it will return the value, that is number without its sign. So I'll type 5 minus 7. Since you are using the function ABS, it's going to return the value without its sign. It's going to show you positive value. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If I type equal to, if I type ABS of, I have only one value, minus 50 if I give, what will be the value now? It will show you only positive value 50.
50.
Clear? I'm not subtracting anything in this case. Directly I can mention one single value. I need not have two values over there. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. This also same way. So how do I subtract sal minus commission? Tell me the cell reference.
Is
A2
equal to A2
A2
minus
minus
B2.
B2.
Ah, A2 minus B2. So 5000 minus 2000, it's
2000.
going to return 3000. 5000 minus 2000 is 3000. But using fill hand, if I drag it, so in this place, my employee is getting his commission more than his salary. So it is showing you negative value. I don't want this negative value to be displayed. I want this to be displayed as positive value. So what I am doing, before the cell reference, I am prefixing with the absolute function. I'll type ABS and then I'll mention the cell reference. So in this case, what happens? It's going to return the value without its sign. Clear? Earlier, what you
Yes,
did, you directly typed A3 minus B3, right? Now, before that cell reference, you are using absolute function, because wherever it is showing you negative value, I want that negative value to be displayed in positive. Understood?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is about your absolute function. Next I have int. Int function, it rounds a number down to the nearest integer. Okay. Int has got one argument, that is number. So I'll type equal to int. Either you can type the value in one cell or directly you can mention the value. Okay. So I'll type with decimal place. I'm typing the value along with decimal place. So now what is happening? It is going to extract only the whole number and it's going to remove the decimal place. Okay. It will ignore the integer part. Only the whole number is extracted. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I can do one more thing here. So what I'll do, I will increase the decimal places here. So what I'm going to do is, I'll type equal to int, open the bracket, I'll mention the cell reference. Is equal to int, open the bracket, C2 cell. That is not possible. Okay. So you enter some value here along with decimal. See, it's going to show you only the integer part. It's going to ignore the decimal part. Clear? In the cell, I have entered value along with decimal place. Okay, I have integer as well as decimal value. Decimal means it is separated by dot. Okay, now I want to extract only the integer part. That is, after dot, 87 should not be considered. I want only the integer part. Okay, I don't want decimal part to be extracted. You have 5000, 50, 5000 rupees 50 paise. I don't want 50 paise. I want only 5000 to be extracted. In that case, I can use this int to extract only the integer part. Decimal part should be ignored. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts in this?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, ma'am, can you show that ABS one again?
Equal to, I want to know which is the employee who is earning more than his commission. So what I'll do, I'll type a minus a1 a2 minus b2. I'm subtracting. So this employee is getting his salary more than his commission, isn't it? The second employee is getting his salary more than his commission. When I'm subtracting here, it is showing you the negative value, right? Because 15,000 is less, his commission 16,000 is more. It is showing you negative value. So if I want to display positive value, I can make use of the function ABS. Type ABS, open the bracket, then mention the cell reference. Using fill hand drag it, formula will be copied to other cells. Now here it is not showing you the negative value. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next function, I have mod function. It returns the remainder. Okay, it returns the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. Okay, it returns the remainder after a number is divided by the divisor. So it has got argument. Mod function has got two argument. One is number and one is the divisor. Okay, so what I can do, equal to mod is my function, open the bracket, number is say 5, divisor is 2. What will be the remainder?
1.
1. So 2 twos are 4, remainder is 1, right? So you can try for other values also. Any doubts in this? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next you have power. So power, it returns the result of a number raised to the power. Now 5 raised to the power 3 is what? What will be the value? 5 raised to the power 3.
125.
125.
125. So you have two arguments here. Power has got two arguments. One is the number. So power is, I want to raise to the power 3. If I say power 5 raised to the power 2 means what will be the output? 5 raised to the power 2 means what will
25.
be the output? 25. 5 raised to the power 3
25.
is 125. Is it clear? Is the power function clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next function you have product. So product means it's going to multiply the numbers. You can have n number of numbers as your argument. So equal to, you have product. Product has got n number of arguments. You can pass n number of values. Each value should be separated by a comma. So I can have 5, 3, 2, 10. Now what will be the output?
300.
So output will be
300.
300. So it's going to show you the output. Next function you have round. So it's going to round the number for the specified number of digits. Okay. So round is going to round the number to specified number of digits. So it has got two arguments. One is round. It has got number and number of digits that you wanted to round off. So equal to round. It has got two arguments. One is number and one is number of digits. So I have value here. I have even decimal value. Okay. Now, if I want to round this for two decimal places, if I want to round it for two decimal places, I have typed the number. I have whole number as well as decimal number here. Okay. When you are using round function, you have even decimal places. I want to round it for two decimal places. Okay. Now, what will be the value?
It will be 577.86.
86, because the third digit is 5 and above. If the value is below 5, then it will retain 85 only. Okay. Now it's going to round off for 86. If I mention this as 853, then it will retain the same value. Since the third digit is above 5, it's going to be rounded off to 86. Clear?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that clear? Mm. Now, if I want to round it for whole number, what I'm going to do is, I'll give a negative value. If I give -1, -1 means it's not going to extract the decimal place. It's going to round for the whole number. 5775 is there, no? That will be rounded off. So if you give -1 means it will be rounded off to 80. If I give -2, what will be the value now? What will be my value? 5800. If I give -3, it's going to give you the output as 6000. Is that clear? -2
Ma'am, can
means
you
it will
please
be
repeat?
rounded. See, you have the value 5775. If I want to round it off for whole number, not for the decimal place, I'm supposed to give negative value. -2 if I give, for whole number it is going to be rounded off. 5775 it is there, no? 75 will be rounded to 80. If I give -1, if I give -2, it will be rounded to 5800. If I give -3, it will be rounded off to 6000. If I give -1, it will be rounded to 5780. It was 5775, no? 75 is rounded to 80. If I give -2, it will be rounded to 5800. If I give -3, it will be rounded to 6000. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you give positive value, it will be rounded to decimal place. If you give negative value, it will be rounded to whole number. Is it clear? No answer. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. Next you have function, that is sign. So sign is going to return the sign of a given number. If you enter a negative value, it will return the sign as -1. If you enter a positive value, it will return sign as 1. And if you have entered the value as 0, it's going to return the value 0. So equal to sign of, if I enter a negative value, it's going to return the sign as -1. If you enter a positive value, it's going to return the sign as 1. If you enter the value 0, it's going to return 0. Yeah. Are you people clear with this sign function?
Ma'am, could you show it once again?
Ma'am, can you repeat it again? Either I can enter the value here. I want to check what is the sign of this number equal to sign of the cell reference. Either you can directly mention the value. If not, you can use the cell reference. Now 77 is positive value. It will show the sign as 1. Here you have a negative value. So it will return the sign as -1. If you enter the value 0, it's going to return the sign of that as 0. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why so dull? You people celebrated yesterday Independence Day. You didn't celebrate.
We had holiday, ma'am.
You had holiday, so you didn't celebrate. What timing is your college?
It differs, 8 to ma'am. 12.
Okay. Okay. Next you have the function square root. So it's going to give you the square root of entered value. So square root has got one argument, that is number, equal to, what is the square root of 81?
9.
What is the 9? So it's going to return 9. When are your exams?
August 28.
So you people are dull because of that. Hello, you people are there, you're not there.
Yes, ma'am.
You're dull because of that.
No, ma'am, it's network issue.
Network issue.
Ma'am, do we have classes on 28th also, ma'am?
28. What is 28, ma?
Exam is there, no, ma'am.
2nd September we have tests.
From when it is commencing?
Ma'am, in August, it starts from August 28 and goes on till September 2nd.
That you have to speak to uh, who is your class representative?
We don't have any class rep for this.
Ma'am, there are multiple classes here, so
Okay. If you cope up, then I'll try to complete prior to that. Hello.
ma'am,
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
ma'am,
So you should.
when I'm
Ah,
entering the,
hmm.
should I speak now?
What, ma'am?
Ma'am, I was asking like when I'm entering that equal to sign, then bracket and 45, then bracket
Ah,
close. Some
ah.
box is coming saying like it's incorrect, like formula is something is it's
You have
coming
not entered anything, no, ma. If you directly type equal to what you told, equal to,
equal to sign, then bracket start,
uh,
45, then bracket end.
if you directly type, it is showing you, no? It is showing you the output.
No, ma'am. Actually, it's that other one, that sign one, ma'am.
Hmm. equal
I
to,
wrote that, 45 in one cell, and beside
uh,
that cell, I wrote that formula equal to sign,
not
then
formula, ma. You should mention cell reference. If you have entered the value in the cell, now you assume that you have a value in A1 cell. In A1, it is showing you negative value. It is showing negative value, no, ma.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now I want to display it equal to, I want to check whether it is a positive or negative value. Positive means it will return the sign as 1. If it is a negative value, it has to show me -1. So I'll type sign and I'll mention the cell reference. In which cell I have negative value? In E1 cell. Now it is showing you. Now it is showing you the cell. Now it is showing you the sign as -1. Is it clear?
Ma'am, but when I'm doing in my Excel, it's showing some error. So just a
Where,
minute, ma'am.
ma?
I'll send you.
Uh,
I'll send you the pic.
Once you see here, ma, I'll show it once more. See, I have -45 in this cell. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In this cell, what I am doing? Equal to sign is my function name. And mention that cell reference. In which cell I have the negative value?
E2.
You mention only E2. Close the bracket. What it is showing you? It is showing you negative, right?
Minus one. Yes, ma'am.
Huh. You just try once more, you will be getting it. Okay. Next function. You have sum. Already some function you have come across. Auto sum in home tab also.
Yes, ma'am.
So now again you are coming across this in mathematical function. In mathematical function you have the sum. So equal to sum. You have n number of values as your argument. So 5 plus 3 plus 6. So it will return the total value. What is the value? What will be the value?
14, ma'am.
So it will
14.
return 14. That's all. Okay. So 5 plus 3 plus 6 is going to return the total value as 14. Either you can mention the range equal to, here I can type equal to sum of, you can mention the cell reference, right? I want to find the sum of these two cells. If not, you can mention how many ever values you wanted as argument. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Function you have trunc. TRUNC. It is similar to your round only, but round function will round the number. Truncate function will chop off the value or cut off the value. It will ignore the decimal. Only the whole number is going to be extracted. Either whole number or you wanted even decimal also, but it's not going to round off the value. So trunc function will chop off the value or cut off the value after specified number of decimal places. So equal to trunc. So I have the value with decimal. I want to round it for one decimal place. I want to chop off after one decimal place. So what will be the value?
4576.9.
0.8. It will not round. Round function will round.
Point
0.8. That's all. It will not round the value. It will cut off after one decimal. It will not round the value. It will cut off the value after one decimal place. Clear? Difference between round and trunk is it's not going to round the value, it's going to cut off the value after one decimal place. If you want two decimal, type 2, but it's not going to round off the value. Whether your value is above 5 or below 5, whatever value it is, it will retain as it is. Clear?
Ma'am,
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I tried doing that, the same thing which you told. But
okay.
it's showing like we found a problem with this formula. Try clicking on the insert function on the formula tab to fix it, or click help for more information on common formula problems. Not trying to type a formula question mark when the first letter is an equal or minus sign. Excel thinks it's a formula. You type equal to 1 plus 1, cell shows 2. To get around this, type a apostrophe first. You type apostrophe equal to 1 plus 1, cell shows equals to 1
This
plus 1.
big
So,
error.
ma'am, what should I do?
Okay. I'll show it once more, ma'am.
Ma'am, I
You
did
do
the
along
same.
with me. Okay, you do along with me. Equal to TRUNC. Open the bracket. You enter the value. Dot. You have even decimal value. Comma. Number of digits. I want to truncate after two decimal places. Clear? You have to have the value with decimal. Put a comma. Then mention how many digit it has to be cut off. So I want to cut off after two decimal places. The third digit decimal should not be displayed. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? Yes or no? Who had a doubt? Your problem is solved?
No, ma'am, it's still showing the same thing.
Okay. In the cell, you enter the value. So I'm entering 5798 dot 73783 comma. That's all. So this is the value. I have this value in the cell. I have three decimal places. What I'm going to do is in the cell, I'll mention the cell reference is equal to TRUNC. Open the bracket. In which cell I have the value? In which cell I have the value?
E6, E6.
Is comma. I'll give one decimal place. I want to display only one decimal place. It will not round the value. It is going to cut off the value. In this cell, I should not increase the decimal. If not, it will show you the output like this. It's better you have to type the value instead of mentioning the cell reference. Equal to TRUNC. Open the bracket. Enter the value with decimal. Give a dot. Mention the decimal value. Give a comma. I want to round for, I want to cut off after 2 decimal place. Type the same thing. Have you typed the same value? And then press enter. It's going to cut off the value after 2 decimal places. Clear? Is it clear? You people are there? Audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma, yeah.
Now here I have sum if function. See here I have a name.
Ma'am,
Hmm. Tell me, ma.
ma'am, sorry to disturb again, ma'am, but that thing is not working in my Excel, ma'am. Ma'am, can I
Why,
just
ma?
send one picture, ma'am? Like the text box which is showing like error kind of thing.
You WhatsApp to that number, ma? That group number?
Ma'am, I'll send it on the group, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, send it.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I've sent the photo in that group.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? You have given
Yes, ma'am.
square bracket, ma? Square bracket you have given. You should give round bracket.
Okay, ma'am.
Shift and that bracket is there, no? You use shift and bracket. You'll get round bracket. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now you have a function by name sum if equal to sum if. It will add the cells specified by a given condition. Okay. It will add the cells specified by a given condition. I am giving condition. That is, I want to get only the grass total. Okay. So I have 3 grass, I have 3 fire, 3 water. okay, types, and it has got some values. I want to get the total of grass, total of fire, total of water. So what I am doing is I have typed here condition in a separate location, that is type and total. So I have type and total equal to sum if, open the bracket, you have range. Your range commences from
From B11 to C13.
B11 to C13 equal to B11 to and my criteria is only these three cells. You arrived at the total value of grass. If you want to cross verify, select only these three cells. You are able to see the total value. So equal to sum if my range commences from B11 to C19 and my sum range. I wanted to find the sum of sorry, one is range, one is criteria. Criteria is grass and my value starts from this cell to this cell. Okay, see, sum if it has got three arguments. Range, it starts from, your database range commences from B11 to C19. My criteria is I want to get the sum of only grass, that is E2, E12, and my sum range, I want to get the total of only grass. My range commences from C11 to C19. Enter. Clear?
Ma'am, I didn't
Ma'am, when I
understand.
do that, it shows as 0.
See, if I add also, it's going to show you the same total 1248. In the status bar, it will show you sum of these three cells. I'll just repeat what you are supposed to do. You just tell me formula should commence with an equal sign. Function name is sum if. So it has got three arguments. One is the range from where the database commences. Here I have a database, right? Where is
B11.
my database commencing? B11 to B11 to
C19.
C19. And where is my condition present?
E12.
E12. And where is my value range? Where is my total value range?
C11 to C13.
C11 to C13. So you have got the total value. If you want to cross check, select only these three values. See, in the status bar, you are able to see 1248. That total and this total, it is matching. Clear?
Can you also show it for
Is
fire?
it clear? You should tell me once again what I should do. Tell me fast.
Is
Equals
equal
to
to
Is
sum
sum
if
if
sum if
Sum if
B11
range
to C19,
B11 to C19.
C19.
Uh, criteria
F
E13,
E13. In E13 cell, you have this fire, and my value range commences from
C14 to C.
C14 to C16.
C
isn't it
C11, C11 to C19. It should be the same cell reference. No changes. Only the criteria will change. That's all. For this also, you have got the same total. See, you can select these three cells. Then also total is same. Clear? Yes or no?
Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, for grass, we have taken C11 to C13 to calculate grass total.
C11 to C19.
no, ma'am? We
C11
took till
to
But we have
C13.
taken C13.
C13. No, no. C11 to C19. C11 to C19. For all, it is the same. Only the criteria will change. That's all. You tell me again for this. Equal to sum
Sum
if
Sum if
uh, your
C11 to
range commences from
C19,
C19,
B11 to B19.
C19,
E14,
Criteria
E14,
is E14.
E14,
Then your sum
C11
range
to
C11 to C19,
C11 to C19.
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 So, you're getting any doubts? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, you have sum if s. So, sum if s, it will add the cells specified by a given set of conditions or criteria. So I'm giving the condition here, that is type 1. So it's equal to sum if yes, open the bracket. So sum range, okay. So I want to find the sum equal to sum if yes, open the bracket, sum range. Sum range is B32 to B40. Okay. Criteria ranges C1, criteria ranges C1 to C32 to C40. Morris, type is grass, and generation. So sum if s, it has got some range, some ranges, some range E24 to E32, then H24. Yeah.
Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah, one second. So equal to sum if s, some ranges, this cell, this is criteria 1, then criteria 2 is this one, this is one more criteria. Very few arguments. Okay, this function I'll just tell you in the next class. So next one will go on to this sum if yes, I'll just tell you in the next class. Okay. Next we'll go on to statistical function. In statistical function, first one you have average. It is going to return the average of the entered number of values or entered number of arguments. Whatever values that you have entered, it's going to give you the average of those values. So equal to average. I'll type 5 comma 5 comma 5. So what will be the average of this values? 5 plus 5 is how much?
10.
Plus 5, 10 plus 5
15.
divided by 3,
5.
5. So it's going to return the average of these three values as 5. You can give any values. Here, for your understanding, I'm just mentioning it as 5 comma 5 comma 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 divided by 3, your average will be 5. Have you understood this average function?
Ma'am, could you show it again?
Equal to average of, you can pass any values as argument. Okay, so here I'm passing so that you can easily understand this. Okay, so 5 5 5, it's going to return the average of this three values as 5. Clear? If not, you can have equal to average of, you can mention this as your arguments. You can mention the cell range. Here, average of these three values is 63.33. Either you can pass the values or you can mention the cell reference. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next you have count if. Now I have here count if function. So if you want to know the count of the quantity, equal to count is my function. How many records do I have here? If I want to know the count of it, okay, I can select the range B44 to B48. Totally how many records I have? 5 records. I have 5 fruits. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how many records I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should mention the range of numeric column. So quantity is a numeric column. Your range commences from B44 to B48. So it's going to give you the count as 5. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have one more function, that is count if. Okay. So I want to know the count of repeated values. is equal to count if ranges, it is starting from B44 to B49. I want to know the count of 3. How many times 3 is repeated? How many times 3 is repeated?
3 times.
3 times. It's going to show you 3. If I remove this, in that case, it's going to show you 2. Clear?
Ma'am, what's the difference between count and countif?
In count, it is showing you the count of records available. In this case, what I am doing, I am counting how many times same number is repeated. Now quantity of orange and quantity of pear, it is same, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now how many times 3 is repeated in my database?
2 times.
2 times. It's giving you the count of that. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now in this database, I have product, stock in, and sold. Okay. I have product, stock in, and sold. So count if counts the number of cells specified by a given set of conditions. So criteria is equal to count if s. Criteria range 1 is my stock. I am checking whether my stock is greater than 0. Okay. In this I am checking whether my stock is greater than 0, and one more condition is in this sold, whether my condition is equal to 0. To count if s in this range my value is greater than 0, and in this range whether my condition is equal to 0. So equal to count if s. This is my criteria, and my condition is it should be greater than 0. In this range, the value should be greater than 0, and in this cell, in this range, my value should be equal to 0. So count if s, my condition is my stock is greater than 0 and sold should be 0. Okay. So which is the product which I have not sold? Still it is stock is existing. So if I want to know the count of that, then I'm using this count if s function. Clear?
Ma'am, can you show once again, ma'am?
Yeah. Equal to count if s, open the bracket, my criteria range is my in stock in range commences from D13 to D18. In this I'm checking my condition, put a comma, I'm checking whether my stock in is greater than 0. So what is the condition now? Condition is true, right? My stock is not nil, it is above 0, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And one more condition is sold. My range commences from E13 to E18. In that I am checking the condition whether I have 0 in this cell. That is, I have not sold. Which is the item which I have not sold? I want to know the count of that. Okay. Equal to 0. So which is that item? That is brown bread. It is still not been sold. So still stock 30 is laying with me. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts? So today I have taught you about which are the functions, mathematical function and statistical function. So in statistical, still 4 more functions are there that I will tell you in the next class. That is large, small, maximum, minimum and count blank. So there are 5 to 6 functions that I will tell you in the next class. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we'll end up the session. Bye everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.